How's it going? So thanks so much for being here. So this video is going to kind of be all over the place. I had a lot of little things I wanted to include as my last video of the year, but I didn't really feel like they made their own video. So yeah, so I'm going to start from the beginning with the books, because I know, most people, that's why you guys are subscribed. It's pretty much a book channel, but I also have some like yearly favorites that I'm going to save for the end. So if you may or may not be interested, but if you are, like makeup, I know some of you probably don't wear makeup, or if you're like not interested in makeup, then I'm gonna save that for the end. But I have like a favorite shirt, favorite makeup, and also want to show you guys my favorite like accessory of the year, which is like a fanny pack. And I want to show you my whole HERSCHEL collection, which is like different fanny packs, and I'll tell you guys why I use a fanny pack. So that's like non-book related stuff, but also I want to share with you my reading journal update, because I created a new reading journal for 2024. My last library haul of 2023 is in here. It's not very big. I love this bag. This is also something I wanted to include in this video because it's one of my favorite bags. So I briefly lived in the Pacific Northwest, and I went to Powell's bookstore, and this is a Powell's tote, City of Books in Portland, Oregon. And I really love this tote bag. I pretty much use it majority of the time for a library. Most of my stuff doesn't fit in here, so I have other ones, but this is my favorite. I love black and white. So yeah, so I got this at the bookstore in Portland, but let me show you guys. This is my last haul of 2023. So the first thing is I got this Complete Fairy Tales by Charles, I think it's pronounced Perrault. I looked it up, how to pronounce it, and it's like Perrault. What I found interesting about this is I said in one of my last videos that I wanted to learn a little bit more about like fairy tale origins and fairy tales. So this one, here's a table of contents, and this one, I like how it says, it's like, who wrote Cinderella? Sounds like a trick question, but it has a straightforward answer. Cinderella is one of the 8 Tales of Mother Goose published by Charles, I think it's Perrault, in 1697, which together with 3 earlier verse tales make up the most influential collection of fairy tales before that of the Brothers Grimm, first published in 1812. But this one also has like illustrations, and so I'm really excited to try it. Like, he didn't invent the tales. They are part of common stock of Indo-European storytelling. He set them in a form that still defines for us what we mean when we say something is just like a fairy tale. All the origin stories I find really fascinating and stuff like that. So, okay. So the next book is actually a book that I DNF'd in 2023, but I couldn't stop thinking about it, and that happens with me sometimes. And this is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. I think it's Schwab. I apologize if that's incorrect. But so this is like an adult fiction, and I tried it in 2023. I liked the writing. I liked the plot. It's just something about the story. I got a little bit lost in like focusing on like the realism that I in my brain was looking for, but it's not. Okay, it's like, so France 1714. In a moment of desperation, a young woman named Adeline meets a dangerous stranger and makes a terrible mistake. And she realizes limitations are Faustian bargain, being able to live forever without being able to be remembered by anyone she sees. Addie chooses to flee her small village as everything she once held dear is torn away. Not quite alone, as every year on her birthday, the alluring Luke comes to visit, checking to see if she's ready to give up her soul. So it definitely has like some magical like elements to it, and I don't remember exactly why. I couldn't pinpoint why I stopped it, but there was a reason why I did. I should have wrote it down, but I liked the writing, and I just want to give it another try. I like enough rambling. Okay, and the cover's gorgeous. I love black and gold. And then the last item is a DVD. Also got a few things for my daughter, but I didn't take them out. It's just like middle grade sequels that she's finishing up. And so this one's Trading Places. And this one, I read someone said that online that they watch this on like Christmas Eve or New Year's, because I think it has like a New Year's scene or something. So I haven't not seen this in so long, so I'm interested to check it out. I think I'm gonna watch it on like Christmas night. Yeah, so that's my short little library haul, my last one of the year. Now I have a teeny tiny haul that of things I ordered a while ago, and that was supposed to be in my last video, but my last haul, but they didn't come. So I want to show you guys real quick. And then I have like one of my favorite books of 2023 that was a reread that I didn't include in my favorites of 2023. Yeah, I'm gonna link that video for you guys if any of you are interested. I made a video. If you watched it, thanks so much. And if you didn't notice it, if you're interested, I made a favorite books of 2023. I'll link it. But these two books are picture books. I mentioned that I really wanted to like really start collecting picture books and get into picture books in 2024. Now this is a book from my childhood. I got really excited when I saw it. It's a little Start Right elf book. It's just a really simple little nursery rhyme, The House That Jack Built. And this book gave me such nostalgia. I ordered it used from thriftbooks.com. I was actually very impressed by the condition. Just the repetitive little cute story of this is a house that Jack built. I'm terrified to watch the movie by Lars von Trier. He has a movie, I'm not sure if it's based on this or not or anything, but there's a movie called The House That Jack Built, and I believe it's a similar title or the exact title. And Lars von Trier was like one of my favorite filmmakers in my 20s, but now I'm terrified because like his movies just they'll give me nightmares, but he's like a phenomenal filmmaker. So this is The Worm and the Bird by Coralie Bickford Smith. So it's beautiful. It has like the soft texture. I believe she designs a lot of like classic hardbacks, and then I'm starting to collect her work. This is my second book by her. I ordered it also used from thriftbooks.com. And this one's very interesting. Like I have the other one by her. It's called The Fox and the Star. This one's a little bit more like, it's like they're both philosophical, which I love. They both can be enjoyed by children and adults. And I'd say this one is a little bit like, it's kind of dark in more of like a light way. It's not like dark as in scary. It's just like kind of about the cycle of life, and it's very like kind of existential and philosophical about this worm and a bird. And I don't want to like say too much to give it away because it's a picture book, but so it's like it's this worm. First it's from the perspective of this worm, and he's like, there's not much room where I live. And he's like underground. It's beautiful. Has like metallic ink, and all the earth around me is filled with life. And then it goes on, and then it has a little scrap right there. Okay, so I am too busy to rest. I can rest later. So then it kind of switches. Like it's just really interesting. Like I highly recommend her work. Okay. So now that was like oh yeah. So the big thing is this book. The Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows by John, I don't know if it's Koenig or Koenig, I'm not sure, Coenig. So this book was one of my favorite books in the past. I think I made my video last year, but I reread it and I just finished rereading it like yesterday. And I wanted to include it. I thought about making its own video. I don't think I made a video for it. I have to check, but I don't think so. Okay. I wanted to include it in this video as like I wrap up 2023. I highly recommend this book to anyone and everyone. I think it'd make a really great gift. Basically, this author defines new words for emotions that we all feel but don't have the language to express. Relatable, mind-bending. The definitions include whimsical, drawn from languages, whimsical descriptions drawn from languages around the world. So this book, oh my gosh, like what I do is I just read it in teeny tiny sections, like for the past maybe like month and a half as I reread it. It's not something you can if you want to. It's not something I recommend reading in one sitting because it's like all these little defined words that he created. And then he also has these longer like little snippets. It's just beautiful. There's so many, and there's also artwork. And I think this book would make a phenomenal gift for any person who just loves words, loves reading in general, loves poetry, but yet this isn't like technically poetry. Because like I like poetry, but I like poetry in very, very, very small doses. This is more like something like you could read like, like, I don't know, maybe like 10 pages a day until you finish it. So It's just phenomenal. I just wanted to share with you guys a few of the beautiful little sayings and words he has that I bookmarked. This one he calls kinaway. The longing to see how other people live their lives when they're not in public. Wishing you could tune into the raw feed of another human existence in all its messiness and solitude. Shimmying in place while brushing their teeth. Squabbling over where to put the shoes. Talking out their problems on solitary commutes, if only to give you something to compare your own life against, and figure out whether you're bizarrely normal or normally bizarre. And then he talks about the origin, from one's range of knowledge, plus keep away, a game in which one player tries to intercept a ball being tossed back and forth by two others. Pronounced away. Away. Okay, so it's very interesting that he makes up his own vocabulary, and a lot of them just give me this like weird, like nostalgic, like almost deja vu feeling where, wow, like I've felt that or I've thought that, but I didn't have the words to express it. He's definitely like, you know, unique. This is one of the most unique, if not the most unique book I've ever read in my life. This one is called, let's see, pronounced Et Wrath. The feeling of emptiness after a long and arduous process is finally complete. Having finished school, recovered from surgery, or gone home at the end of your wedding, which leaves you relieved that it's over, but missing the stress that organized your life into a mission. Pronounced Exis. The haunting sense of mystery infused into certain random details that beckons you to wonder how it ended up here at this point in time, marveling at a patch of white on a dog's chest, a bubble trapped in an old window, a glimpse of Saturn's rings shivering in a telescope lens, knowing that behind the thing itself is a long chain of causes and effects that veers off into the shadows of prehistory, anchored somewhere near the dawn of time, even though the end result is somehow right there in front of you, shimmering in place. And one of my favorite, I'm not going to read the longer one, but here's like a longer one. Sorry, I bookmarked it because it was a favorite. One of my favorite ones is he has this little, oh yeah, like this one is like, it's called Ossuary, and he talks about the Wizard of Oz. And I love his like reflections on the film, because I always thought the film is so deep, and the book, The Wizard of Oz, is such a like deep film about like the meaning of home and placement and like what makes a place a home to you, and then like just like feeling lonely and like connected or disconnected from the world around you, like, and he really touches on that. And it's like feeling torn between the life you want and the life you have. Ossuary, yeah. So yeah, this book is beautiful, and I really wanted to share it as one of my last videos, if not my last video of 2023. I highly recommend it. Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows. So I have some triplets for you. So here's the triplets. Look at this, the triplets. You can tell I really like books with black and gold. Another favorite thing of the year. I didn't even open these yet, but I repurchased them for myself. They are field notes, dot graph paper, little 3-pack. So I love these field notes. They're made in the USA, and I use them for so many like little things, you know, and so I just highly recommend them. They have like different colors, and I pretty much collect them because, yeah, so I love them. Okay, so I bought these also. This is Paperage felt tip fine liner pens. I got these at Marshall's, but yeah, they have them pretty much everywhere. I got these because I was researching. I wanted to get pens for my book journal that didn't bleed through, and so I got a Paperage. This is brand new. I just took I started my book journal in this. I'm gonna show you guys. So I got these to go with this. It's the same brand. So I want to show you, yeah, another favorite thing. This is a repurchase. This is the company is like Juptic. I'm also going to link everything that I can find below in the description for you. Okay, so let me show you guys. So basically, this is what I use for my daily. I mostly use it for like a daily organizer. I don't really like use it. It comes with stickers. I don't really use these stickers a whole lot. Rarely I use them, but If you like stickers, it's a plus. So I don't use any of like the extra stuff. Like it comes with a lot of stuff, so if you like stuff like that, it definitely comes with more things than I use, but mainly what I use it for is this. So I just fill in the month, you know, the month and the year, and then I fill in the date, and so then I just, you know, use it like that, and that's how it repeats. Also, it has like the monthly. I don't even use this. You could do that if you wanted to. Actually, I might use it this year, but mainly I just use the weekly, this setup. It also comes with ribbons. And what I like about this is like, so I'll say like I put a vitamin here or like a new medicine I don't take every day. I'll write it here and then I'll check the days I take it. Honestly, this is my favorite thing about this one. And sometimes I use stuff like this, but mainly, yeah. So, yeah, so that's what I use every day for my daily planner, journal, whatever. Not journal, but yeah. Okay. Now, I want to show you guys real quick. This was my book journal from 2022. And I want to show you how it's evolved. I'm going to quickly show you guys. Basically, what I started out doing in 2022 is doing these little like drawings of the book and like the characters and stuff like that, and then like quotes. And it was just way too, like, I'm too lazy. Like, I love when people do stuff like that, but it just wasn't for me. I'm just way too lazy. So I just kind of had fun doing that. But then I mainly just wrote like a list of the books I read. Sorry, this, yeah, 2022. These are like my favorite books of the year. It was real simple. I was trying to focus on doing like more artistic stuff, but I kind of lost interest. And that was just pretty much my book journal from 2022. And then this was my book journal for 2023. I got these free stickers at a local bookstore. So also one of my favorite things of this year, I'm going to link this because I'm probably going to do a bad job of describing it. This is one of my favorite pens ever. It is, let's see, I believe it's a cross, but I will link it for you guys. No, I'm sorry. Parker. It's a Parker. So it's a Parker, and I love the ink. I'm going to show you guys. Now, they have different ones you can get. I'm going to show you the way it writes and why I like it. This one's rollerball refill, M for medium, and it's like 0.7. So I like that it's refillable. And I've been buying the refills for years, so I really like it. It writes so smooth. So watch. It's like hi. And I like the thicker, like the 0.7. Hello. It just writes so smooth. Hi, hello, hello. Hey, are you there? Okay. So now, this was my book journal for 2023. Now, it was okay. Now, it was a specific book journal. So it came with all of the little lines, but it didn't have enough space. So I ran out, like it has, I totally used it. So far in 2023, I read 62 books. So, and these are my DNFs, which I just kept on this sheet of paper. And that's what I didn't like about it. I didn't use the reading tracker. This was like the reading journal part where you're supposed to write each book. I totally did not use this hardly. Like I did, but I didn't like the way it was organized. And I would have preferred it all have been one color instead of the blue. That's just a personal preference for me. And I just wanted to try it, and you could tell there's a lot of blank pages because I did not do this for every book. So what I changed to was another blank journal. But, okay, this one's a dotted notebook. I bought it and I filled it out yesterday. Now, it doesn't have the pen holder, but that's okay. This is, I went ahead and started filling it out, so I'll be removing this. I just kept it on to show you guys. But yeah, so let me show you how I did it. The most books I read in 1 month in 2023 were 10. So I went ahead and did January 2024, and I left space for the book, the author, and I'm gonna give it like a rating system with stars, and that's it. And then it fit 9. I left like 4 little spaces, and then I left a blank page next. So each month I gave 2 pages, continuing, And I did each month a different color, like accent color, because I doubt I'll read 9 or 10 books each month. Sometimes those might be like smaller books, you know, like chapter books, because I do sometimes, you know, read all sorts of books. So yeah, so you never know. But that's why I left 2 pages and then continuing. Now, I didn't do the lines yet for these because I'm like, I'll get carpal tunnel issues. Like, I literally have like carpal tunnel issues. So like, I just went ahead and did the first few months. And I'm not sure if I'm going to line the second page yet, because if I read more than 9, I'll probably line it. But if not, it'll just be there for something. And then I left March off, and I'm just going to continue, like do a little bit every day. So yeah, so I left 2 pages. I just did the heading to show you guys, like April, May, continuing, July, 2 pages per month to do the simple, okay? And then I made my own section of DNFs. I really find it important to write down my DNFs because now I do have a Goodreads account also. You don't have to do this, but I like having both. Yeah, so on Goodreads, I log my reading, my DNFs, my reading, but I like to do it also physically. I'm like a millennial, I'm old school. So yeah, so I like to write my DNFs because sometimes I may like think I didn't read a book or try it, and then I go back and I'm like, okay, wait, you tried that book, etc., etc. So I really just like to keep track of my DNFs. Now, I only wrote up to 34. I had over 60 or 70 DNFs for 2023. So I left 3 pages for DNFs. I'm going to go back and continue numbering them. Now, I put DNF codes. This is definitely not necessary. This is just something I came up with on my own. Like, I literally just made this up out of clear blue sky. I'm sure some people maybe have these, but I just made them up. I just put, so NFM, not for me. WS, writing style, I don't like. I did this opposite. Like, sometimes I'm like goofy. Okay. DH is dialogue heavy. If a book is really well written and I connect with the dialogue, like Donna Tartt, Toni Morrison, I don't care how much dialogue there is. But if a book is too dialogue heavy and I don't really like the dialogue because I don't think it feels naturalistic, I will DNF it. And that's like, yeah. Okay, so DH. MP, Nightmare is Possible. That's usually like, yeah, a book that's getting too dark about something triggering for me, or like murder, like a murder. Some murders I can handle, some I can't. If I think it's getting too scary, I'll DNF it. That's Nightmare is Possible because I already have a lot of nightmares. Okay. NC is no connection to character. I don't have to connect with the character, but that's like if I don't like the characters and I don't like the writing that much, and it's just like an easy way. Like, I'm probably overthinking this. This is just something I came up with. Okay. TY is too young of an audience. Now, I read picture books and chapter books, but I don't like reading beginning readers, or like, of course, or like picture books that are made, you know, where it's like rhyming, which is obviously made for like, you know, 3, 4, 5-year-olds, because I'm an adult. So that may be why I DNF a book too. If like, yeah. Okay, sorry. I'm like, let me like, okay. And then I just left a section for my mid-year favorites. And then I made some character charts, especially when I start reading books like with multiple characters, like probably like Little Women, some of Jane Austen novels. I really like to do a character chart, like sisters, aunts, like all the connections. So I went ahead and like started those. I put a blank here for the title, a line here for the title. This is kind of like just like an experiment for me. It took me years to perfect this. Like, it'll take me years to figure out how I want to do it, but I just know that buying the typical reading journals don't work for me. So I had to make my own. And then now, this is 2 of my authors that I really want to read a lot of their work in 2024 are Margaret Atwood and Toni Morrison. So what I did was I went on Wikipedia because that was like the easiest thing, and I just wrote every single Margaret Atwood book. Now, she has a lot of books. And so I went ahead and marked R for read of the books that I read by her. And I definitely will not be reading all of these in 2024. Sorry if I'm like mixing up the dates. I deeply apologize. in 2024, I will hopefully get more read. But I went ahead and wrote them all. And then this is like a trilogy, so I went and just wrote the little, you know, like 1, 2, 3. Now, Toni Morrison, I read 2 of her books, and I went ahead and just like made note of her trilogy. Now, I did leave space for another author, but I don't know who yet. And then I left a little thing, a little page for quotes. Now, I'm not big on writing down quotes. It's just I'm lazy. So I knew I wouldn't probably use a lot of quotes, but you never know. It might be something I change. Okay, and favorite character of the year. And then I thought it'd be fun to do like a favorite cover. This would be stuff I'm doing towards the end of 2024. And then these, I left a 2-page, more than 3. I had some blank space, so I just like left a page for picture book favorites that I discovered in 2024. And then I went all the way to the end, and I left a section for my favorite reads of 2024. And I'm sorry. I wanted to write every single book I read in 2024, like a list, like I did in this one, like how, and I'm going to color code it, which is what I did in 2023. So this is going to be every book I read of the year. And then the very end, it's my favorites of the year, which that's the last page, because it probably won't be that many. Yeah, so that is a little kind of rough draft, rough/permanent, because like permanent ink, of my reading journal. I am like rambling enough, you guys. Oh my god, it's gonna be a long video. Okay, so pretty much what I wear almost every single day is like black t-shirt and jeans, and I discovered I really love this shirt by The Gap. It's called the Modern Tee. So you probably can't see it really good on camera, but I like that it has like a really nice v-neck. It kind of it's kind of a fitted t-shirt, but it feels a little bit more less. It feels not as casual as like a crew neck or just like kind of a looser fitting v-neck. So yeah, I really love this Modern Tee. And then for makeup, so I want to show you, the first thing I want to show you guys is my 5-minute makeup routine, and I'm also going to show you some swatches. But I want to also show you the second part of my makeup, which is stuff I wear when I like want a little bit more, like my makeup to be like a slightly bit more like dramatic. But I never really wear a lot of makeup anyway. But so yeah, so this bag is actually from this company called like Baggu. I don't even know if they make it anymore. It's like BAGGU, but I'll link it if I can find it. So let me show you my 5-minute makeup now. Sorry, that's annoying. Okay, so I want to show you how much I like this stuff by telling you what I repurchased. So I don't wear foundation, I just wear concealer. This is my favorite concealer. I like it so much that I bought a new one. Now I'm probably gonna say the name wrong, but it's like by YSL, and it's like I think it's like TOUCHEECLAT, and it's like Touche Eclat. I'm not sure. Okay, but it's technically like they have different versions of it. They have a new one that they actually call it concealer. I don't even think they call it a concealer. I think it's like considered a brightener. But I get number 1, which is like Rose Lumiere, Lumere. So what I like about, I've been buying this concealer for like years. I usually don't buy anything else. I never buy anything else actually. And so I'm going to show you what it looks like. But basically, if you're oh wow, it kind of has like a pinkish tint to it. I'm sorry if that's hard to see, but it's like a pinkish tint to it. And I'm very pale, but I have like a lot of redness on my face, and I love the texture. The thing about concealer is you have to find something that works for you with your own climate. Like for example, I live in a very dry climate. Like I live in Austin, Texas, and a lot of people say it's humid, but I think it depends on where you grew up. Because I grew up in southern Louisiana, where it was like the grass was like wet in the mornings. It was so humid. Like my pencil eyeliner would like glide on my skin. I didn't even need moisturizer. I have to like wear moisturizer. I just use like Cetaphil moisturizer, but I have to use moisturizer every day before I do any makeup in where I live now. And I've noticed that makeup is like that. Like, it just depends. So let me just like stop blabbing on. But this is my favorite concealer of all time. I use it as a concealer, even though it's like technically a brightener. I haven't tried the actual concealer, but it's also very quick. And this lasts me like half a year. This lasts me like 6 months. Because I only wear makeup if I'm going somewhere. Okay. And sometimes I don't even wear makeup if I go somewhere, but yeah. So that's my concealer. That's like my first step is I prep my face with Cetaphil moisturizer. And then I use concealer. That's like the first thing I do. And then the second thing I do... Okay, so the next thing I have is a bronzer. I went ahead and did a swatch for you guys right here. So you can tell I used it down like you can't put it up anymore. Like I've used it down, I think like down to the nub. And it's Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer in the color Blaze. So I already went and purchased a new one. This has lasted me pretty much all of 2023. And this is like I said, let me show you up close. It's like this. It's really pretty color. It's not too orangey. It has like a little, it warms up my face. I basically kind of use it like as a bronzer slash blush. I don't even know what the heck I'm ever doing. I'm not like a big makeup person, but it definitely like makes my face like have some warmth to it because I'm very pale. I really love it. I love the way it glides on. It's very creamy, and I'm going to keep buying it until they stop making it. Hopefully they won't. Okay, that's my second step of my 5-minute makeup. And then my third step is eyebrows. Now, I want to show you again that I repurchased this. It's down to the nub. Like I'm going to keep using it until I can't sharpen it anymore. But it is this color. So I have kind of like medium brown hair and I have like pale skin. And this is kind of like a neutral brown. Yeah. It's called, it's like Chanel Crayon Sourcils, and then it's like Brun Naturel 30. I'm gonna write all the colors in the description if you're interested. But yeah, I haven't tried this one yet. I love it. Now, this has lasted me all of 2023. So like I don't like, yeah. So it's lasted the whole year. And I'm still gonna I'm probably not gonna start my new one until 2024, if even. Yeah, like probably March or something. Yeah. Okay. So that's eyebrows. Oh yeah, and this is my second part of eyebrow. I didn't buy a new one yet, but I'm almost out. Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. Now this stuff, my eyebrows, like they don't behave, and I really need a clear gel to hold them in place. I've tried a bunch of eyebrow gels, and this is my favorite one. This has lasted, again, the whole year. And I'm like, I think I'm starting to run out. Like, it still has, like, a little bit. But, like, this will probably be my only new purchase coming up because I have everything else. But, yeah, so I love it. Okay, so that's the second part of eyebrows. And then the next thing I do... Now... I will say this, I rarely wear mascara. So even though I'm including this in my 5-minute makeup because it takes less than 5 minutes, I'm including it. But mascara is like kind of like sometimes I wear it, sometimes I don't. But when I do wear it, this is what I use. I use Maybelline Great Lash. It's like Blackest Black. And so I curl my lashes. I just have this like Shiseido, I think, if I'm saying it right, Shisheido eyelash curler. And then I use Great Lash. I've been using this for many, many, many years. Let me tell you why I like it. I like it because it washes off easy. I do not have to use makeup remover to remove this. So none of my 5-minute makeup takes makeup remover. That's why I love it, because I do have makeup remover, like various kinds, but I usually only have to use that when I show you my second part of the makeup if I want to vamp it up. But for my 5-minute makeup, that's why I love it. Okay, so yeah. And then I got in the habit this year. Now you can buy these, like this is not the brand that's special. It's just like this little spoolie thing. But this is Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's like 7B. So I bought this as like, it's kind of messed up, sorry, because I don't use it as a brush. I bought it as a brush. It's a little bit kind of funky, but I don't use it for eyeliner. But it was way too hard, and like it just didn't work for me. I'll show you guys what I use, but I use it for the spoolie thing. This end. I don't know if it's called a spoolie, but so after I apply my mascara, I run this through. I don't like thick mascara. I don't like clumpy mascara because I'm lazy. I'm really lazy. Like, I don't like to sit there and like, I clean my face with Cetaphil cleanser every night, and that removes everything. But I just like to do an extra brush with this. I also want to say I have very, very, very sensitive skin, and so that dictates the makeup that I purchase, because I've tried so many brands of like drugstore makeup, like designer makeup, like natural makeup, like cruelty free, made in the US, like, not made in the US, like just like everything. And like I'll just like literally break out like in rash, like not like break out, like from the oils or something. I'll like literally get like rashes. So like I have very, very sensitive skin, but that's just, I know everyone's different. But yeah, so that dictates what I buy. I have two things to show you guys. So this is Lano Lips. This is, they call it an ointment, but like, I mean, I use it for my lips. This is the most moisturizing lip balm I have ever found in my entire life. You can technically use it on your skin, but I mainly use it on my lips. It's like, it's like designed in Australia, made in the UK, made with Australian and New Zealand lanolin. And it even says, cruelty free. I think it's like made from the byproducts of wool production. I'm not good at like explaining stuff like that, but I love it. So sometimes I'll use this like by itself. So I include it, and I repurchased it. I'm gonna show you guys my other one. It's in my purse, my fanny pack. But yeah, now the last part of my 5-minute makeup, and this usually takes me under 5 minutes, honestly. Like my concealer probably takes me the longest because I just have to like pat it. But this is Clinique Black Honey, and if you're like a 90s girl, you will remember this makeup from the 90s. So on the notebook, so this is very moisturizing. I don't need this underneath it, and I think this will look good on so many different skin tones. So if you can see on the paper, it kind of has like a plummy kind of tone, but on me, it actually looks a little bit more like red pinkish. This looks like my natural lip color, but way better. And I went ahead and repurchased another one because this was like sold out for like a long time, and like I don't know if they had a production issue or something, and I couldn't find it. So I just was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy another. But it's really pretty, and this is like my everyday lipstick. So I went ahead and bought a new one, and you can tell how much I like this stuff because I already repurchased duplicates. Okay, so if you're interested, thank you guys for watching to this point. I know this is not a makeup channel, but I thought it'd just be fun to include in my end of the year favorites. Now I'm gonna show you the second part of my makeup. This is not in my 5-minute makeup. This is like if I'm gonna take photos, or maybe I'm going like shopping, or like kind of out more like that day, or I'm going somewhere, something like that, where like I want more than the 5-minute makeup, or like say I just want to like dress up more that day or something like that. So this is like if I want to spend more that day on my makeup than 5 minutes. And these are some of the things that like they don't make my list every single year because I'm not sure, but I want to include them and tell you guys. So the first thing is, this is what I use as eyeliner. It's MAC. It's like MAC Espresso Matte Eyeshadow. It applies very creamy. And I go ahead and I use this brush. It's like Morphe M443. And I just like use it on my lash line as an eyeliner. I have hooded eyes, so like you cannot see like eyeshadow. Eyeshadow does not look good on me. It's a very just simple matte brown. And you can also wet it. Like occasionally I might do that. Now, I used to really love brown cake eyeliner that you wet, but it's like really hard to find. Like the brand I use, actually Clinique, they don't make it anymore, the brown. So I found this eyeshadow. So yeah, since I have hooded eyes, I can only wear eyeliner. Like eyeshadow does not look good on my eyes, and I'm also very lazy. So if I want to amp up my look, I use this, and I hate removing eyeliner because I can't remove the eyeliner with my Cetaphil cleanser. I have to use, makeup remover at that point, and like Q-tips, and like it irritates. It's like very high maintenance for me, so I rarely use it, but that's my favorite. Okay, now I bought this as an eyeliner. It is Lancome eyeliner 100 Black Coffee. So it is like a brown. Now, when I was telling you guys about climate, it is very, like, in my opinion, it's very dry where I live. That's like compared to growing up in a very humid climate, and like I said, in southern Louisiana. For me, it's dry here. Everyone has their own opinion, but for me, it's dry. So this like glides on in like humid climates, but here I don't like the way it applies. Even like it's too hard for me to apply. I have twitchy eye. I also have hooded eyes, and I have twitchy eyelids. So this is so hard for me to apply. The reason why I'm including it is because I use it as like a teeny tiny wing. Like here's my eye. So sometimes, like, if I'm in the mood, if I don't feel like applying this, but I'm kind of in the mood for a little bit something more than just like bare eyes or whatever, I'll just put like a little edge with this. Honestly, like, I don't know if I'd buy this again. This is why I'm just including it in the second part. I think I would buy this again because, yeah. Okay, but so yeah, I'll just do like a teeny tiny little wing, and it gives my eye a little bit of emphasis. Okay. So now moving on to like blush. So this one, these two are both by Tower Beauty. I think it's like Tower. This one's like bronzer. It's called Best Coast. And this one's called Beach Please After Hours. So this is a multi-use for lip and cheek. So let me show you this. Now, my favorite bronzer was the one I showed you guys, my 5-minute makeup, which is the Milk Makeup. But this one's like kind of grew on me. Now, I typically don't like shimmer. I typically prefer matte, but I want to show you guys. It kind of has like a really pretty, like, it kind of picks up a little bit like a reddish tone to it. And it really makes me feel like I'm kind of wearing like a brush and bronzer in one. But I don't know if I'd purchase it again. So that's why I keep it, and like I don't do it in my 5-minute makeup, but I like it. And then this is kind of growing on me as like a lipstick and a blush. Kind of when I want a little bit more emphasis on my cheeks. It gives me a little bit more color. And let me show you guys what it looks like. So this one's like a typical, like a color I would usually think wouldn't look good on me, which is like pink. Pinks don't usually look that great on me, but it is kind of like a plummy pink color. It's really pretty. Now it works beautifully as a lipstick and as a blush, and I love that. But I'm just not in the mood to apply it every day. Now, the second part of my makeup that I love, but like I said, doesn't make my 5-minute makeup, is a multi-use stick by Ilia. Yeah, it's like called Dreamer. Now this one, I love the way it applies. It's really pretty. It kind of has like an orangey terracotta kind of like tone to it. Now, this one is a lipstick and a blush, but I don't use it as a lipstick. It's just it almost just looks like I'm not really wearing lipstick, so it's just not worth my time. I think maybe it depends on your lip color, your natural lip color. It might look way better on you, because all lipstick looks different on everyone, because everyone lip, has a variation of their own, like reddish pinks or whatever. So it just doesn't really pull a pretty color on my lips, but I think it really looks good on my cheeks. And I really like the formula. It's very moisturizing, which is good for me. And it's like, to me, my skin is dry. Now, this is something that I always keep in my makeup. That is just Juicy Tubes by Lancome. Sometimes I just want to add a little bit more gloss to my lipstick, and I bought it for that. I actually bought it to wear alone without any lipstick, but I just found that I'm very pale, and I think I feel better with color. So I probably won't buy another clear gloss again. That's why it's not included in my main makeup, but I like it. It doesn't like irritate my skin or anything. Now, this one is Smashbox Halo Color and Lip and Cheek. Now, I do not use this for my cheek because I think I'm a little too pale for it, but it's beautiful terracotta. Now, it's very much of an intense color. Sometimes I can't make up my mind, if you can't tell. And I'm indecisive about, do I want to go with like a pink cheek, pinkish red cheek, or do I want to go with like a more warm, orangey like cheek? And so this, it kind of almost looks like bronzy. I'm sorry, on my lips. I am like literally crazy. I'm saying all the wrong things. Okay. I'm sorry, on my lips. Sometimes I can't decide if I want to go for more of a pinky, reddish tone on my lip or more of like an orangey tone. So I'll use this on my lips. It's a very pretty color. It's kind of like an orangey red. Okay, so that's all my makeup, you guys. Now I'm going to show you my HERSCHEL collection. So I injured my shoulder a couple of years ago. I actually got what's called adhesive capsulitis, which is frozen shoulder. And it's a really long story. I'm not going to go into it now of how I got it, but like it's been very painful and difficult for the past few years, 2 years. Like, so immediately a purse did not work for me, like any type of crossbody, any type of tote bag. Now I can carry tote bags from like library books and stuff like that. But so I have like joint issues, like neck issues and shoulder issues and stuff like that. So carrying a purse is very difficult for me. So I'm a fanny pack girl. I'm gonna show you guys all three, and then I'm gonna show you individually. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why I have three. So this is what I have: a small fanny pack, a medium, I'm calling fanny pack, and a little backpack from HERSCHEL. Now I'm gonna start with, I'll tell you why when I get to each one. So these are all my favorites of the year because, like, you know, this replaces my purse. This is the HERSCHEL fanny pack. I believe is the smallest one that they make, and I absolutely love it. I want to show you guys what fits in it, and you could actually fit more in it. So my phone fits in it. I have but I took all my credit cards out here just to show you guys, but I'm going to show you everything I normally keep in it. And that's it. So that's all I keep in it. I like the little red stripes. It's very cute and simple. It has no interior pockets. I really like the brass or metal, whatever, gold tone metal zipper. Now, I use this pretty much every single time I go somewhere, most of the time. And I went ahead and bought a little card holder wallet to go with it. So I put Band-Aids here. I'm a Band-Aid freak. I love like kid Band-Aids. Like I love like Toy Story and Mickey Mouse and stuff like that. Like I'm like a big kid when it comes to Band-Aids. So I always have Band-Aids with me. That's like, yeah. And then, so I have my credit cards here. I took them out for the video. Here's my little Half Price Books educator card because I homeschool my daughter. And then I normally have my cards here, and then it has a little zipper. I don't carry a lot of cash, but I have like some change and a little bit of cash in here, and that's it. And I'll just keep that in here. I always carry wet wipes with me. I love these wet wipes. It's Honest brand. I get these from Target. I get them because they're fragrance free and I have very sensitive skin, and they don't leave that white residue that I noticed some hand wipes leave, or baby wipes or something like that. So I've like bought these. I'm gonna cry. I'm literally gonna cry if they stop making them. Like I love them for little wipes, so I keep that. So these are my favorite mints. Is like Tic Tac Berry. I have very sensitive tongue. I'm really strange about like things touching my body. Like I use fragrance free for almost everything that I can, and then even like mint. A lot of mints like irritate my tongue, but these don't. And they're kind of like candy mints, but yeah. And then as I showed you guys earlier, This is the liner lips that's almost finished. That's why I bought the new one. I use this all winter long and pretty much anytime I need it. Now, I keep that in my fanny pack. And then I bought this one. It's like a rose gold. It's like a reddish tint to the liner lips. Now, I don't honestly think I'm going to repurchase this. I just sometimes if I go somewhere, I kind of like my lips to have a little bit of color on them. And since I carry such a small fanny pack, I don't like bringing my makeup with me. So I'll just like put it in here to use it all. But I probably won't repurchase it because it's like texturized. I don't like it's something about the texture I'm not crazy about. Yeah, let me stop. Okay. Now, the second fanny pack I have, I'm currently not using, but it's brand new. Now, this is one of the larger ones. I'm going to put in the description which one's which, but this one has way more storage and pockets. So the reason why I'm not using it and the reason why I have it is because before I bought this smaller one, I had one the same size as this one and it broke. So this plastic buckle broke, and HERSCHEL said that they will send you a new one if it breaks. So I had to go through a whole process of sending them photos. They had to approve it. I had to send them like all kind of stuff. Like I think like receipt or proof of purchase, just different things. I don't remember the procedure. And it took a while. And I kind of was like, well, maybe they're not going to send me a new one. So I went ahead and bought this one because I really needed a fanny pack. It literally it broke. And I went ahead and purchased this one. I believe on Amazon or something like that. Or maybe Zappos, Amazon. And then they sent me this one. So I'm just keeping it for now. But I realized that I really prefer the smaller one. Now, I will eventually use it. So inside you can tell it has like a lot more storage. But I did find, even with my old one that was this size, it was a little bit bulky. And this one I find looks a little bit more like, I don't know how to explain, like a little bit, like for me, it just looks a little bit more stylish or something like that. Not that I don't like this one. The backpack. I bought this small little HERSCHEL backpack purse. And the reason why I have this is because I can't fit that many things in here. So 95% of the time, I just need this. But say I'm going to like the doctor or like a dentist or like a road trip or something like that, I bring this one with me because this one kind of hurts my neck a little bit because it's kind of heavy. I want to show you guys what I have in this one. This is like my extra stuff that, like I said, if I know I'm going to be away from the house for hours, I'll just put this one in my car. Very rarely do I bring it inside a building with me, but sometimes I do. It's really cute, and I think they match. Extra Tic Tacs and Advil. These are like cough drops. Benadryl. I have kids Benadryl in here and adult Benadryl because like I had told you guys I'm really sensitive. Okay, so I have literally 3 packs extra of the Honest wipes because like I said, I usually just keep this in my car. And then I have this little random case. I get this like free sample perfume from like Sephora. It's like Skylar Vanilla. Oh my gosh, it smells so good and I want to buy it one day, but I keep it in here. And then I just keep like wet ones. And these are antibacterial wipes. I don't like to use them daily, but I have them just in case. And then guess what's in here? More Band-Aids. Because I go through Band-Aids like the wind blows. So, and my daughter too. And then what's left in here is not much. Oh, I also fit my water bottle in here. I forgot to tell you guys that. My water bottle fits in here. So, this is like a mask. Obviously, I haven't worn a mask. I'm sorry, it has a little fuzzy on it. I haven't worn a mask since like the pandemic. But I'm a hypochondriac and I'm like, you never know, just in case, I don't know, if I'm like around someone that has like a disease that they can give me or something. I'm just going to keep it in there. And then this is a portable fan. Now, I have anxiety, you guys. I have health anxiety. And when I go to the doctor, so this is technically a neck. I'm sorry, it's like all tangled. It's not normally tangled. This is a necklace fan. And when I go to the doctor or to like any medical appointment or any dentist, like my blood pressure rises, my heart starts beating fast. I literally have like fight or flight panic attacks, kind of. Yeah, not kind of. I do have panic attacks. So this is a fan. Watch. If you could hear that. So I just like put it. You can't see in the video, obviously. I'm like goofy. I like blow it on my face. I point at my face. And some doctor's offices are so hot. On top of me already being nervous and a wreck. So yeah, I always have this in here, especially if I'm going to the doctor. I'm kind of a germaphobe. If you haven't noticed, that's why I carry these around to wipe things. And then I also have hand sanitizer in my car that sometimes I keep in here, sometimes I don't. But yeah, okay, you guys. So that's pretty much everything on my yearly favorites. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of the year in 2024. Thank you so much for watching, subscribing, liking. I really, really appreciate it. Take care.